reference, I'm going to keep this intro as short and sweet and to the point as possible. Last episode was nice, but not their strongest. Pretty much light fare. I'm sure this next episode will be as well. Maybe we'll get a little bit more heavy stuff, since we're going to focus primarily on just the fight. And last episode was a mixture of like the end of the last fight. Though I was really jonesing for a Kendo Momo conversation. Maybe we'll get that at the end of the arc. Probably not, but whatever. Anyway, and then kind of the introduction, a little bit of some other bits and pieces. But we've also noticed that we've kind of increased the amount of flashbacks, as well as kind of their previously on sections. So it kind of it makes it feel like they're really just trying to put as much as they can in the episode to really stretch out this arc, which might have been probably a super short arc in the manga. We'll see how this plays out. Anyway, there's really nothing else to say or add. I'm still playing with my lights. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it really looks good. I'm really doing well. And sometimes it's like, so oddly enough, I think having this backdrop actually is worse for me. So once I get my room into some semblance of order and I get rid of some stuff, then I'll probably kind of like do half backdrop or just get rid of it completely. That way, well, I don't know, that way my camera seems to enjoy focusing on my face better when I have a dark backdrop. The dark back half of my room and not this backdrop, which kind of, I guess, reflects the light and looks weird. I think also my computer my desktop goes in kind of a weird night mode at night. So I think that throws me off too. Anyway, I've been complaining about my lights almost consistently for every reaction video. This is ridiculous. Hi, hello, welcome to my Hero Monday. If you're watching this episode, I think this one comes out around 5:30 on Monday. If you're watching this by now, the previous episode as well as my Mob Psycho reaction has been out by now. And then, of course, later on this evening, the last 2 episodes of Superman and Lois will finally be published. Finally. At the same time, for live action, I still have to play catch up on Stargirl for sure, because by now will be 4 episodes out. I've got Supergirl came back, till I forgot about that. Gotta get that episode reacted to. And of course, with Retro React, where I react to a show that's long been since gone. Because I'm missing my DVD of Wonder Woman and it's very frustrating, but I'm like, screw this. This needs to get finished. So I'm just gonna react to the last DVD. If I find the other DVD, I'll go back and I'll rewatch the episodes and record them. But for now, I gotta move forward. What I should have been done probably sometime last year or the year before. It's kind of ridiculous. I want to just get to Cleopatra 2525 and eventually to Lois Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, which is what I've been really jonesing to get to. Anything else? No, that's it. If you're watching on YouTube, there is no sound. Partial image keeps the copyright monsters at bay, but there is a version below. Click on that link. It's free. But for some reason, you can't access it into your country. You can follow along here. Of course, because there's a midpoint, like, commercial break in these episodes, I do a midpoint review kind of thing. It kind of helps me organize my thoughts, as well as in case I'll talk about something in case I'm worried about forgetting about it. Because sometimes I do. I'll like wait till the end of the episode and I'll completely forget about something I want to talk about that was in the first half of the episode. I'm talking really fast. It's really hot. I have no AC in my room and it's getting late at night. So without further ado, countdown timer if you want to follow along. You really can't miss it. Let's dive in. Again, we're just going over previous material. It's nothing new. Maybe they'll go through a little bit faster. I'll talk about the previous one. Yeah, we already know what happened here. Yeah, but Class A could turn it around, especially because it keeps being this reference to, I knew he'd been training Recipro, but I didn't know about the changing of the mufflers, which is a really painful thing to do. His grandfather did it, so it makes me wonder, like, was like an instinct, or did he just... Yeah, did he figure maybe it was like a tooth thing, like when your baby tooth comes out, a bigger, stronger one comes out, so maybe he was hoping the same thing? Also was really cute is Ida, no matter, when he's like in like training mode, he's like, no, I'm a hero, you're a villain. Like, he's in that mode. Tokiyami, when he like quietly walks to the background, is just the cutest and funniest. The thing I have been enjoying about these arcs is not only, again, we've been clearly like enjoying Class B, learning some new things about some of the quirks of Class A, but we've also gotten to see team-ups that we really haven't seen at all, or barely touched on the previous seasons. So that's been really enjoyable, is like them mixing it up in ways they really haven't done before. Now we do have some characters who are like typically work together, like Yuraku and Deku have a lot. And even our dear Grape Juice, I'm forgetting his name, I don't know why, gosh darn it. They've all worked together before, so it's kind of, Mina's the kind of new addition in that regard. I don't think Deku has worked very much with her. Of course, we're all excited for the Shinso Deku fight, especially with the reference that the first time he experienced, like, damn, look at them new mufflers. Woo! Ooh, a little stretching of reality there. Definitely stretching reality there. Oh, I forgot. He's the guy with the weird freaky face. A little bit 3D work in the ice there. Kind of makes sense that he kind of would also have that helmet because his face is a little scary. So she should probably cover it up because he would scare kids. Under arrest, Mudman. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Bye-bye. But I guess, oh, that's why he also has that, because he can breathe under his softness. He is literally swimming through the dirt. That's so cool. Okay, so now his mask isn't just a way for him to hide his scary face, but it's also a way to protect him from his own quirk. Conclusion. Yeah, that's why I switched reality a little bit. Oh, because I did visually medic. I know, he's so both of them are martial artists. Oh. As usual. So how did he change? The pain in his chest. Is that maybe he's having some cardiovascular issues? Ah. That's what it is. Oh, he's vibrating it and lost. Dang. Ooh. Go Ida. I do love kind of they clearly. Oh, Jiro's getting his butt kicked before that. I guess it does. Yeah, that really hasn't changed. He couldn't do anything with him. He had to move on and go help his teammates. Yeah. I think they're both kind of leaning into their personas there, but also kind of really is a stick in the mud. Poor Jiro, though. He is kind of an ordinary guy. His only, unique thing about him is his quirk. Eventually, that ice is gonna wear and tear on his steel. It's gonna make him a bit more fragile. Ooh, yeah. Temperature, use it to your advantage because the metal. Oh, interesting. And really good steel can handle really high heat. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's horrific. Ow. Dang. So he literally almost trained himself to work against Todoroki. Oh. The move. Ooh, threw up there. This is really when it's going all out. Remembering such an abusive moment. Again, more flashbacks, but these are really good ones though. I like these. Ooh, higher than Tetsu's able to. Ooh. Oh shoot. Screwing that up. Gosh, they keep destroying things. Just be careful, buddy. Who I want to be. Shoot! That is so cute. He likes fighting games and spinach. I love that. It is interesting, like, of all the times, why is he remembering this now? Plot-wise. That's interesting. Always those things, like, moments that would seem so blasé or not important. Someone will say something, or you'll see something, and suddenly a memory will shoot back. Like, just come back to you. Like, even a painful one, suddenly, without control. You're just like, oh, why now of all things am I remembering that horrific moment? And he is. Tetsu has gone out, and again, they have not kept the damage to the minimum, and they have just destroyed. I mean, I really do want to get some of the other classes, like class 2 and more of class 3. And I just want to get them it's everybody like class 1, like that was their stuff, and then class 2 came out, and they're like, what did you do? Again, the school has so much money. But like, what did you do? Why did you destroy the whole frippin' field? With just mushrooms here and there. But the mushrooms will be gone eventually. But there's still a hecaton of damage. And again, a hecaton of damage. And this episode, I'm really, really liking. Sometimes those setup episodes are kind of a hit or miss. Soba, the kind that's not hot. Ooh. And of course, the hope that his ice quirk will kind of balance him out a little bit. Yeah. Again, these people haven't finished going through puberty. Can you imagine what they'll be able to reach when they get closer to their physical peak as a human being? He's gotta move fast. Oh, need him in the stomach. Now that's manliness. Ooh, a little bit of endeavor in that face. Again, the creative department's really having a fun time. Oh, Shoji. That was kind of... Again, does she have like a slightly off-put accent because she's supposed to be a foreigner speaking Japanese? Ooh. Yo. I know it's not as high stake with Todoroki, but this is still fun. Ooh, got her by the horns. So ordinary. Yo, what is this? The script. Ooh. Swamp Smack Spin. Now that's a good move. Oh, his tail! Oh, his tail! Jeez, y'all, like... Yeah. Poor Jiro. He's got so much work to do. He's been called ordinary. And his poor tail! I mean, I gotta say, Dazara... Oh, he is getting dizzy. He's pushing himself to his physical limits. Careful, buddy boy. Yo, did he suck in heat? Dang! Honanuki, he's like... Oh! Honey, baby. Oh, I forgot about Ida. Oh, he kicked him in the back of the head. Oh. So his brother slowly would, like, if they would go places, he would train him. Rescue is my first priority. Yeah, you got kicked in the back of the head. We'll see. Not yet. Dang. He's literally trying to bury them. Can he not scoot over? He's not keeping the damage to a minimum. Everyone dead. Oh, they're really trying to like emphasize their pain by having that red pop in. Did he upgrade his helmet too? Where's that girl? Yeah, that was bad. That was low hanging fruit, buddy. Oh, those two! Yo, I forgot about them. He can only do his arms. He can't do his legs. Just... She has to prioritize. So she went really high. So... No. I don't know. Well, she's going high and going to the jail. Wow. I love that I took the time, but each... Yo, she's running down the clock. Dang. A draw. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. It is real unsatisfying. But no, they're right. But in terms of like one class versus another, it's a draw. Stupid. I hate those robots. He prioritized the rescue. He was. He was cool. Man, that poor nurse. Like, she's like, I can't. What? Nurse, yeah, what is she? Recovery girl. Yeah, they need it for their body. Too loud. Where's Memo? You're still freaking fast. We start with ice. So now he has to learn to switch it up. Because he refused to use his dad's side of the quirk. He has to change his style. I like the cups. I don't remember those last time. He's a rescuer. It's good. She's so proud of seeing them reflecting and growing. These graphics, y'all. They're like sudden fits. Even his classmates are like, oh, that's the other classmate recommendation. Oh, she's gonna be fun, isn't she? Oh, it's Katchin's fight next. Oh my gosh, what was his plan? Next match is gonna be fun. Dang. Oh, she's gonna be fun too. I cannot wait to see what she can do. But he was good. He was either recommendation. You can kind of see why. Almost without fail, I mean, a lot of the other people who are being recommended are super, we saw, like, they're super smart. And they're also very, like, they're very attentive. They're quick to figure things out. And we kind of learned that pretty early on with Momo, just being able to pick up on things and, like, critique things pretty quickly. So right at the beginning, you kind of did feel a big gap between those who are recommended and those who are not. But that gap has been closing faster and faster and faster. But we can kind of see a little bit of, like, why Onanuki? I'm not saying his name right at all. Why he was recommended. He's pretty beast. He thinks quick on his feet. And his quirk is incredibly useful, too. Now, we know Shoto obviously got recommended by his own dad. But I'm curious, it would be cool to know, like, did we find out who recommended Momo? I can't remember who did. But it's nice to be cool to find out, like, who recommended who for what. But I'm excited for her. She's gonna be fun. And it's so cute to see some of these individuals, like, hang out together. They're really adorable. Preview. I like how Kirishima and Kevin are like cheering them on. Oh, that's right, it's a glue guy. There's a couple of, like, really cool people in there. It looks like he's been evolving too in his fighting style. Alright, we'll talk a bit more in the review. Go check that out. Alright, my friends, it is late at night. My sleep schedule has gone to complete. Ever since I've gotten home, because I don't have a really consistent schedule, my eating schedule, my sleep schedule has just gone bonkers. And I've got to be good and get it back under control. It is a nightmare. Anyway, this is what I get for putting a computer on a music stand. Jeez Louise. Anyway, I was not expecting a draw. I was curious. I was thinking like, okay, I don't want to go like A wins, B wins, A wins, B wins. That's not gonna happen. That would be too predictable. But I really did think A was on the verge of winning, but it's kind of interesting how he went one win, draw. So that leaves two more fights. So it could be evenly matched. It could be, you know, Class B wins, or Class A wins. It'd be cool if Class B won to kind of like surprise Class A. I don't think it's gonna happen. I guess I could see the next battle with Katchin. I could see Bakugo. I could see that, like, Class A winning. And then I could see for the last fight Class B winning. So I could see that being a possibility. And of course, my theory on what comes next will change as each episode passes. Duh. But that's where my theory is right now. That's my not theory. Hypothesis is that Class A will win the next fight and Class B will win the last one. It'll be kind of pretty even. I can see that happening. But, you know, we could still be surprised. I am Tsukage, is that the snake girl? She's gonna be fun. She's just gonna be fun. She's a really nice design. And she just looks like a lot of fun. I have been incredibly... It's kind of interesting in the preview how it mentions that Bakugo has shifted his fight style. And the great thing about the summer festival and stuff, because we were so focused on light fluffy stuff, we did not... I forgot that, yeah, while everything was going on with Overhaul, and then the boys were in their classes, and in the summer festival, other characters were training on their own in one way or another. And so not only Class B was doing that, but Class A too. We got the surprise with Ida, and I'm sure we'll get some other surprises. It's kind of almost without fail, sort of, it is ingrained in him, kind of this refusal to use his fire side of his quirk. So he's always used ice. And so it's ingrained, he says it's ingrained. It's ingrained habit to first use ice. It's always his first attack. And he was like, huh. So he kind of realized that. And so he has to learn to become well balanced on both sides. And the hope is because his father's pushed him so far in terms of heat, not only will he learn to balance that, maybe, you know, use heat versus cold depending on who he's going up against in the fight, but also that he'll learn to push himself with his cold too, in a way that his father probably didn't do that. He probably pushed himself mainly with his heat, because that's what the Pork Endeavor has. And then was like trying to use, you know, the cold as a way to like balance out. So that way, again, Shoto wouldn't have Endeavor's weaknesses in terms of overheating and other stuff. But he still has a long way to figure out before he balances that. Because, again, we've only just started the second semester of their first year. And so, yeah, that goes along with him changing up his fighting style. Deku is still at 20%, and he uses a lot of his like leg work stuff but he also needs to go beyond that, and I wonder if this fight will be the beginning of him going beyond 20%. And he's pretty powerful at 20%, so geez Louise, he's gonna be definitely a force to be reckoned with when he gets closer to 100. Of course, we're all waiting and jonesing for the Shinso Deku showdown or rematch, but I like how we're not making everything boring. Every fight's different. There's some moments where you're like, oh, A's totally gonna win, no B's kicking their butt, or and vice versa. So I like how it's not... Yeah, there's some moments where it's like, it's clear they're adding some things to kind of like fluff up the episode. This episode didn't feel like that. It was a lot more fun. The fights were cool. The combos were interesting as well. Poor Ojiro, he's just... They keep calling him so ordinary and boring. And his quirk is pretty ordinary and boring. For sure. It's not fancy, but he not only does he need to improve on his martial arts, but he also needs to get better at his like special moves. So that move with his tail was pretty freaking cool. So he needs to, in a weird way, like with the other characters, a lot of these special moves is not only of them as a way to improve their quirk and to master it better, but it makes them more marketable. And if anyone knows how to market like anything really well, it's the Japanese and the Koreans as well. Probably China as well. But yeah. Anyway, I like this episode. It was way stronger than last episode. A lot more fun. The personalities, the support they have on their suits, the combinations of fights, the way it kind of worked out. And I like how this episode also, there was an emphasis on not just taking down the bad guys, but like saving the citizen, pretty much. Where in essence, in Genium, his main purpose is to protect citizens and save people. His main purpose isn't necessarily to fight the fight. Now he needs to be able to prepare to be more, fighty, more on the offense, but his main focus is rescue. And so I like how Ida is working hard to keep that vision and mission of Ingenium, as his focus, but also in addition to that is trying to improve to make himself more better, not only to like save the citizen or his fellow teammates, but also to take down the bad guy at the same time. But yeah, his speed and that hit really did take him out. And again, if Ida hadn't gotten caught, then they definitely would have been able to win. Because they would have grabbed the other guys and gotten out of there. But her quirk came in last minute and she saved the day. Not only was she able to get her two teammates out of danger, she also captured a villain and was able to get to a place of safety away from Shoji, who can obviously stretch his tentacles pretty far, but again, there's a certain limitation. So we might see him trained to try to go even farther with how he spreads his tentacles. Yeah. Other than that, not really much else to say. I like this episode a lot. It was fun. Again, a much more lighthearted arc, but definitely an arc that I was like, okay, we're getting back into training, we're getting back to more serious stuff before we get into something really serious in the second half of the season. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. Do not forget, on Thursdays, we play music. Again, Hibike Euphonium is the Anime Thursday anime. We're all caught up on Superman and Lois. I just have to get YouTube to stop blocking my videos, because I did that, actually, every time I keep uploading. But yeah, and then eventually we'll get caught up on Stargirl, and then Supergirl should be pretty easy. And again, the great thing is about being able to watch and record at the same time, just cut the editing down if I just stop putzing around and actually just like focus and gosh darn got things edited instead of putzing around. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies, and I'll see you next time.